last week I pulled down $460-something. Yeah, that's pretty good for somebody who's new.
To ensure the newest resident of the mission also does well, others here offer him tips on how to score donations. Of course, they don't realize their new roommate is actually an undercover photographer for Fox 26 Investigates.
You want to stand back away from the door. Don't get right up in the door because they think you're already going to try to gang jump them or whatever. Yeah. Stand back away from the door. When they answer the door, you say, "Hi, how are you today? You know, I'm not a salesman or anything, so don't let the dog out on me. Don't let, just play with them. Don't be, hi, my name is no. If you sound like you're reading it off a cue card, you'll never get any donations."
This woman, who's been at the mission 4 years, tells us, quote, "If you can look at them and lie right in their face, you've got it made." After Geneva, the mission administrator, takes his picture, our undercover employee hits the street. He even has a trainer whose first stop is at a store to buy a beer. We're told we must collect $45 a day. If not, we can't spend the night.
And if you didn't bring in that $45 a day, you were kicked out.
But we also get to keep a percentage of the donations for ourselves.
If you smoke, that's $5 where you got money to buy like a cigarette. Or if you want to go buy, get a couple beers or something, you can do that.
Targeting a nice neighborhood, the trainer goes from house to house, telling one lie after another.
This is something we do once a year, and at that, for only 2 weeks.
In reality, the mission solicits constantly, year-round.
What percentage of money actually goes to the mission?
To the mission. Well, I can honestly tell you 100% of the money that we collect goes to our homeless program.
But remember, we were told we could buy beer and cigarettes with our cut of the donations.
All of the donations are tax deductible.
Our undercover photographer doesn't try too hard to actually get contributions, but Wiley Anderson is impressed anyway.
And he had all the credentials from the state, from the city, and from the federal government.
Anderson writes a check for $25. We later return and tell him about our investigation.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's just like stealing.
Back on the street, during a break, our employee asked the trainer if any crack smoking goes on at the mission.
They smoke every night.
And this night is no exception.
Where are you going out? Can I go with you?
What, to the store?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
I had to wait till I get my draw.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get mine also.
Geneva gives everyone their cut of the day's donations, and cash in hand, our roommate heads to the store to spend his share. On the way there, he gives us the lowdown.
A few other things that I want to tell you about so you don't trip out if you see it.
All right.
Okay? Everyone does their own thing here.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, as in drugs.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so if you see a crack pipe in someone's mouth and they're firing it up at you, don't trip. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them. I'm addicted. I buy a dime every night, dude.
That's cool.
I drink beer. Everyone drinks beer. A few potheads in the house, which I do that too.
At the corner store, the roommate points out a barrel of beer.
Joe keeps me stocked for the United States mission only.
And when we get back to the mission, it doesn't take long for the crack smoking to start. At this point, our photographer leaves. But a few days later, we catch up with Geneva. At first, she tries to tell us the good things about the program.
In order to stay in our program, you have to want to work. You can't just lie around, do nothing.
But we found mission residents hanging out at the corner store for hours at a time, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, and even urinating in public.
Are they allowed to drink in there? Are they allowed to do drugs in there? Geneva, what would you say if I told you we had someone in there? There is crack smoking going on in there. We have videotape of it. You want to see it?
She drives off, but we catch up with Geneva again back at the mission.
In there we have video of people smoking crack. Don't you think that you owe people an explanation? These people ask the public for money. Why can't you just tell us a little bit about what's been going on here? Geneva didn't want to hear or see what we'd uncovered behind these doors, but the national head of the United States mission is plenty interested. Joe Battle told us he's appalled, and he's ordered all fundraising here to stop.
That's probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
These former Mission residents admit they duped generous Houstonians out of hundreds of dollars.
I sincerely would like to apologize to every single person that ever handed me any money, whether it was $1 or $500.
We're all very sorry that this went on. We don't want to ever have to relive anything like this again.